serious about the promise that he made to Abraham, and anybody that is trying to prevent that promise from happening, they will be cut off from the nation of Israel. Giving us some understanding that the Lord he's not behind any kind of form of birth control.
So let me ask you this question, Jay. 34 children. At any point, did it dawn on you, this is too much?
No.
So how important is it to not try to prevent children from being born? And how important is it to not try to prevent getting pregnant? How important is that? It's so important that it can keep you out of the kingdom of heaven.
Did it ever dawn on you, let me get a vasectomy?
No.
Why not?
I don't want one.
But look what you've created.
I don't have a problem with what I created.
Okay, so this is an issue, because especially in the day and age and time that we're living in now, you got people that try to do this willingly. They tell you you're not smart if you don't plan things out. You need to plan for babies, and if you can't afford them, you shouldn't have them. And, they give you all kind of arguments to not have children.
Nationally, while black women are 1.5 times more likely than white women to become pregnant, the CDC says black women are 3 times more likely to get an abortion.
So if you're guilty of these things and you cut off the process of not being able to bring forth that seed to fulfill that promise that was made to Abraham, then the Lord has instructed for you not to be among the congregation. Some of y'all look like y'all uncomfortable with this Bible. What's the matter with y'all? You got a problem with the word of the Lord? The Lord talking about it, so we got to talk about it. That's why I made sure I came in here to make sure this was talked about right. Okay? We got to talk about it. This is how important it is. Do everybody understand that? Right. Everybody got that? Right. Let's go to 1 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 8. And read that.
Now therefore, in the sight of all Israel,
read on.
The congregation of the Lord.
So when it says not enter into the congregation of the Lord, I wanted to be clear what the congregation of the Lord is talking about. It's talking about the whole nation of Israel. You can't come among Israel at all. Do everybody understand that? Read that one more time.
Now therefore, in the sight of all Israel,
read on.
The congregation of the Lord,
read on.
And in the audience of our God,
read on.
Keep and seek for all the commandments of the Lord your God,
read on.
That you may possess this good land and leave it for an inheritance for your children after you forever.
Okay, so this precept gives us an understanding on what God means when it says they shall not enter into the congregation. He's saying that they can't come among the nation of Israel as a whole at all. Do everybody understand that? Right. Everybody got that? Right. So if you're guilty of these things and you cut off the process of not being able to bring forth that seed to fulfill that promise that was made to Abraham, then the Lord has instructed for you not to be among the congregation. Do everybody understand that? Right. Okay, read on. Let's go from there, and let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 23. Deuteronomy chapter 23. Read it.
Verse 1.
Come on.
He that is wounded in a stone.
Come on.
Will have his privy member cut off.
Okay, so if you're wounded in some kind of way where you are not able to get a woman pregnant because of you wounded. Okay, I don't want nobody to get nervous if you got a low sperm count and all that other stuff, and you've been trying for years and nobody got pregnant. That don't mean you're getting put out. Do everybody understand that? But you got to be wounded, okay? They had to have something. There was a wound. Something happened. Everybody understand that? Like the brother that came to council ain't had no stones. Like it was nothing we could do for the brother. You understand that? Okay, read on.
Shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
You can't be among Israel. Read on.
A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
A bastard. What does a bastard mean?
Not a child of God.
Huh?
Not a child of God.
Say that word for me. What word are we saying? No. What is the word? Say, read it one more time.
A bastard.
Say that word for me.
Bastard.
Okay, say that word for me.
Bastard.
I want everybody in the room to say that word. Say that word for me.
Bastard.
Yeah, because some of y'all think that's a bad word. Like, what are you doing? You're trying to teach people not to accept what God is saying. God said bastard. Like, what is your problem? I don't care where you grew up at and what they told you. And they told you that's a bad word. It's in the Bible. Okay, and they need to. Everybody need to understand that. Your children need to understand that a bastard is not going to enter into the congregation of the Lord. What does a bastard mean?
Not the people of God.
We don't need nobody up here thinking that we up there saying bad word. Y'all can go home. Your kids go there. The apostle said a bad word. He said bastard. It's not a bad word. It means a bad thing, but it's a speakable. It's not a profane word. Do everybody understand that? Some of y'all look uncomfortable with Deuteronomy 23. Read it again, brother.
Verse 2.
Come on.
A bastard.
Read it one more time.
A bastard.
Read it again.
A bastard.
Now, let me just go to Zechariah 9, okay? Anything that's in the Bible, we can say, okay? Okay, everybody understand that? Y'all be saying all kind of made-up stuff, Ebonic stuff, Zechariah chapter 9 and 6 says what?
And a bastard.
A what?
A bastard.
A what?
A bastard.
This thing is so it wasn't a mistake. Yeah, somebody be like, well, they mistranslated this. They could have. A bastard, read on.
Shall dwell in Ashdod.
Yeah, the Lord's talking about a city within the land of Israel that there's going to be some people there where they're going to be bastards. Okay? Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 23. What is a bastard again? What's the meaning of a bastard?
Not the children of God.
What is the meaning of a bastard?
Not the children of God.
That means that you cannot, and this is going to be a problem now. People are going to get nervous now. That means, and when I say this, remember I speak to the class, and I also speak to the masses. Okay, everybody understand that? So when I'm saying things, that don't necessarily mean that it's going to be within this room. Okay, but when I say it, a lot of people are going to get nervous because a bastard is a child whose father cannot be verified. That's a person who you don't know who their father is. Got real quiet. Huh? Yep. Why is this important among the nation of Israel? This was important among the nation of Israel because, again, only Israelites was in that covenant. And if you couldn't prove that this child was an Israelite, the Lord didn't let that child stay among the nation. That's what you're going to read right here in Deuteronomy chapter 23. That child had to go. So this gave us a moral standard. It let women know that I better know who my baby father is. Okay, let me put it in today's terminology. I better know who my baby daddy is. That was a focus. That was a mindset. They didn't go around doing immoral things where they couldn't prove who the father of their child was, because they knew that they would be expelled from the nation of Israel. Do everybody understand that? Is that an issue now? That's not an issue now. Okay, somebody that don't know who their father is, everybody ready to get up and leave. I got to get out of here. We know about the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Sometimes the scripture says, well, not sometimes, but the scripture says that the father leaves. So that's a reason why some people may not know their father or know anything about their father. Then you got whoredom. There's another reason why people may not know who their father is. You done been with multiple people in them the same minute. And you confused on what's the outcome. Who is this Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Canaan, Moab?